Hello everyone and welcome back to more Fruit of Grisaia. In the last episode, we decided to kind of teach Makina how to behave and be a little more sociable and everything, and because she's kind of weird, so we're going to try to fix her. She's broken. And she really likes bread, so we thought, hey, why not teach her how to make bread? Maybe she should try making bread. So, see, let's continue on. You can't live without that bread. In other words, you are completely dependent on a single bakery. In this economically turbulent world of ours, that place might go under just like that. Instead of living your life waiting fearfully for that day, why not acquire the skills to produce bread with your own two hands? My mom bought a bread maker at one point, and it was kind of nice, but the problem is it's kind of expensive. I mean, compared to just going out and buying a loaf of bread, it's pretty expensive, and it takes forever to do it. And, I mean, the bread was good. We had some Hawaiian sweet bread, which is amazing. But honestly, I don't know. I mean, it's a cool hobby, but it's just not economically viable for a lot of people. No, that's not what I meant. Why not take things a little further and try for a part-time job at this bakery she loves so much? Conveniently enough, we're just starting summer education tomorrow. I thought it might be a good experience, and a chance to get your feet wet in the working world. Tell me, Makina. What's your work experience today? This is as good as time as any to start. How about giving it a try? Come on, you can do it. Very true. The girl does seem to have a pretty warped perspective when it comes to financial matters, but that's all the more reason. Nothing teaches you the value of a dollar like earning it through the sweat of your own brow. Well, that's up to her to decide. What do you think, Makina? Interested in learning how to make bread yourself? She did, all of 1 second. That took her to decide. Well, there we go. Oh, goodness. What was it again? Something about the winds of change blowing through the ossified melon bun world. The birth of a terrible infant. Right, something like that. So, in conclusion, if you work part-time at the bakery, you can make anything you please a reality. Be it double melon buns or double buns of steel. In regards to that little detail, Monty, how about you pay them a visit? I'm sure even a hard-ass bread artisan will yield before a jiggling tit or two. I don't entirely follow, but this double melon bun sounds like it has some impressive potential. That same evening, despite her protestations, Samane sauntered into the bakery in ridiculously revealing casual clothes, excessive chef's flaps swinging pendulously from side to side with every step, and in her very best sugary sweet tone asked, "Hey, are you hiring part-timers or anything?" In no time at all, she proceeded to smoothly convince the owner, and Makina attained her first job without so much as an interview. Sex sells, everybody, remember that. The only remaining difficulty is whether the school administration will provide its approval. Makina's taking this task into her own hands, putting her case to our highest authority, I'm sitting in mainly as a spectator. Understandably a little anxious about the prospect of letting this particular animal go free range, the principal responds with guarded rejection.
イリスさんの社会勉強に対する向学心は理解しますが、もう少し時間をかけてゆっくりと学んでいく姿勢というものが今は大事なのではないかと先生は思いますよ。
Although she's choosing her words carefully, it's pretty clear that Chizuru has some serious reservations about letting a potential embarrassment like Makina wander out into the world. Her mild disapproval holds steady. However, once lit, the flames of ambition, or a double melon bun world conquest proved difficult to extinguish. Her face twitching with rage, Makina bellows, "Damn the torpedoes, Principal Tachibana," and slows her stubby little hands onto the desk with a vigorous thwack. The kid does a pretty decent Marine Admiral. But it's the next line out of her mouth that really makes me go pale.
そんな臆病なことでどうする？そんなんだからいつまで経っても処女なのよさ。
Ooh. This is awkward. The principal doesn't elaborate on this snappy retort, but not only has she been struck speechless, she seems to have forgotten how to breathe. I quickly ride in to the rescue. Don't be ridiculous, Makina. Principal Tachibana's not a kid, you know. She obviously threw away her virginity ages ago. The instant I speak, Chizuru swings her head to face me so vigorously I can hear the sound of her hair cutting through the air. After flapping her mouth like a goldfish for a while, she draws a deep breath and unleashes a truly massive sigh.
わかりました。
Alright.
許可し
Quite the sudden change of heart. Shoulders drooping like a high school baseball player who's just lost their final shot at Koshin. The principal retrieves a sheet of paper from her desk. Koshin, a stadium hosting national high school baseball tournaments on a yearly basis.
この書類に名前を書いて、保護者の印鑑を。
The gist of it seems to be that the Academy assumes absolutely no responsibility whatsoever, and so on and so forth. Ignoring the legalistic obfuscations, the real message is if you have to work part-time, don't cause us any trouble. I've noticed that in a lot of anime and stuff, that it's a big deal, like working when you're in school. A lot of places don't let you do that. So it's kind of weird. I mean, it's not like that in the Americas. As for the matter of the guardian who's supposed to give their approval, that would of course be Makina's parents, but her father's gone and her mother's apparently overseas, so that's hardly a realistic option either. In that case, as her father, however provisionary, I'm probably the most qualified to affix my mark in their place. I stamp a thumbprint next to the name Marisa Makina and proceed to submit the document.
Makinaがアルバイト?
An unusually tidy-looking Michiru stares up at me wide-eyed, patting her hair with a towel, presumably fresh out of the bath.
何よ、あの子そんなにお金に困ってるの?
Money isn't the issue. Just getting a little hands-on experience in the adult world. That's all.
社会勉強ね.
Michiru frowns dubiously. Fundamentally, the students using the phrases like experiencing the adult world tend to be dressing up somewhat less innocent motives. Accordingly, it's probably difficult to take the words at face value.
いいことだと思いますよ。学園の中でこそ、ああして天真爛漫に振る舞っていますけど、マキちゃんの人見知りは尋常ならざるレベルですし、アルバイトという形で社会に進出するのはいい経験だと思います。でもあのマキナよ、ちゃんと仕事なんかできるのかしら?
In response to Michiru's admittedly somewhat reasonable question, Sashi shakes her head softly.
できるできないは問題ではないのだと思います。まずは自分から苦手を克服しようという姿勢が大事なのではないかと。
Exactly right. You've got a good head on your shoulders, Sashi.
恐縮です。いかにも優等生的なセリフだけど、言ってるだけじゃ意味ないんじゃないの? それはどういう意味でしょう? 言葉で言うだけだったり、とりあえずの姿勢を作るだけなら誰にでもできるけど。
Oh, are you some kind of self-help expert now?
当たり前じゃない。私はいつだって努力しているし、簡単に諦めたり逃げ出したりしないわよ。
Well, you're good at mouthing words to that effect anyway.
何よ。 私の言うことが信じられないってな。
Look, when push comes to shove, you always have Sachi bail you out, right? And everything that happened, it's Sachi, Sachi. Well, you were screaming at her in the middle of the night just the other day.
あれは、だって部屋にゴキブリが出たのよ。寮の管理をしているのはサチなんだから、ゴキブリの管理もサチの仕事でしょうが。
You're just spouting gibberish now. At this rate, you're going to end up unable to tie your own shoes without sashing around. Yeah, you know I'm right.
そんなこと。いえ、私は別に迷惑だとは思っていませんし。
Stop spoiling the girl. You're turning her into a useless whelp.
別に甘やかされてるわけじゃないわよ。私が命令してあげないとサチの仕事がなくなっちゃうでしょ。私はサチのためを思って仕事させてあげてるんじゃない。
What the hell are you saying? I mean, yeah, some capitalists hiring a new employee does invigorate the economy, but it's not like you're paying the girl an appropriate wage for her labors. Just taking advantage.
難しいこと言われてもわかんないわよ。
Behold, Sachi, the road was paved with good intentions, but this is where it brought you.
いえ、みちる様を責めないでください。反省すべき点は私にあるのですから。
You really are a good girl, aren't you? I think that warrants some praise. Get over here. I reach out and rub Sachi's head roughly, working my fingers around her frilly hairband.
何よこれじゃあまるで私がダメな子みたいじゃないのよ。
Well, if the shoe fits.
わかったわよ。サチに甘えなきゃいいんでしょ。苦手を克服してりゃいい子なんでしょ。わかったわよ。やってやろうじゃないのよ。
Easy enough to mouth the words. The instant you actually run out of trouble, you'll be clinging to Sachi again in no time. Damn phone.
そんなことないわよ。いいサチ。もし私が苦手なことから逃げ出そうとしても絶対に甘やかしちゃダメよ。はあ、よろしいのでしょうか。よろしいのよ。わかった。わかったら復唱しなさい。はい。私小峰幸はみちる様を甘やかさないと誓います。よろしい。じゃあ大声出して喉乾いたからなんか飲み物持ってきて。
What?
はい、ただいま。
You people just don't get it, do you?
何がよ。
No, just forget it. Just forget it. Mature needs Sachi and Sachi needs Mature. At least that's the sense I get when I watch the two of them like this. This relationship seems to have found its own delicate balance. Trying to crudely rearrange it this late in the game would be unreasonable. But when you look at it that way, maybe sending Makina out into the working world was a little hasty of me after all.
そうね。私には無謀にしか思えないけど。
That's
で
true.
もこのままずっと学園に押し込んでおくわけにもいかないじゃない。実際天音なんかは買い物のたびにマキナの手を引いて歩いて少しでも学園の外の世界に馴染ませようとしてたみたいだしね。
But that's just...
そう。誰かが手を引いてくれなければ外に出られない子になっちゃうでしょ。天音もそのことはずっと気にしてたし、なんとかしなきゃってよく悩んでたわ。だから今回のアルバイトに関して不安はあるけど、時にはこういった強引さも必要なんじゃない？
Huh. So even you can make a coherent point every once in a while.
あんた、私のことただのアホだと思ってない？
What, you're not?
そりゃ強くは否定しないけれども、本人に向かってそういうのはっきり言っちゃうのはあんたの良くないところよ。
No, she's not wrong.
お待たせいたしました、みちる。
My conversation is interrupted by a prompt beverage delivery. Smiling brightly, Sachi places a glass containing cloudy liquid and the ice on the table for the Mature with a solid thunk. Mature favors her servant with a lordly nod and a magnanimous "well done," and immediately reaches out for the tumbler.
まあ何にせよ、苦手な克服は確かに立派だとは思うけど、くれぐれも周りに迷惑をかけないようにやってもらいたいわね。
Even as she speaks, Mature brings the drink Sachi provided to her lips, then gulps down a mighty swig. An instant later, Machia's eyes jerk open wide, and then, still clutching the glass in one white-knuckled hand, she crumbles to the floor, knees trembling against the ground. She begins to yelp like a distressed weasel.
みちる様、どうされました？ラジ、これ何？ 何と申されましても、純度100%のクエン酸の粉末を
Eee.
絞りたてのレモン果汁で希釈したもので
God,
す
my
が
mouth is
何か？
puckering just thinking of that.
私は酸っぱいの苦手なの知ってて、わざとこんなの出したわけ。
はい、みちる様には苦手を克服していただき、より豊かな人生を謳歌していただこうと思いまして。
酸っぱいもので人生が豊かになるなら、この世に戦争なんて起きないわよ。
すみません、ちょっと何を言っているのか全然わかりません。
なんでよ。
わからないことをぐだぐだ言ってないで、とっとと飲み上がってください。みちる様、どちらへ？
Where is Michio going exactly? Well, we're gonna find out in the next episode of The Fruit of Grisaia. Take it easy, everybody.